Hi guys, today I'll be reviewing my very first official Jim Kelly movie, Black Belt Jones 1. Well, even though I saw 3 the hard way anyway and Enter the Dragon, but this is actually the first time I'm actually talking about it in a video blog. So yeah, and I never saw Black Belt Jones before, believe it or not. You think I did, right? But nah, I never did. It's actually the first time. Plus I got Tattoo Connections next. But Black Belt Jones, man, directed by Robert Clouds. I think he's known for Enter the Dragon. I think he did Game of Death, if I'm corrected. Um, you'll see familiar characters from those movies, by the way, like the right hand man from Game of Death. He's in this. Robert Wall's in this. As one of the henchmen for the mafia boss. And the movie's pretty much about these mafia guys. They wanna get the karate school because they want to build a civic center, but the karate school stands in their way. So they hire one of their own members from the black community that they kind of like. He's like a side crime boss, but the higher ups is actually the mafia. So they hire this black crime boss. Ask him. He's from the black community. Try to he's from the black community side of it. Try to take this school. They want their school. Try and get it for them. Pinky and his gang goes to school. They got their ass kicked by the karate students. They go back. This time they got their ass kicked by Jim Kelly, character Black Belt Jones. And, he goes back, trying to get a higher henchman. But the guy that owns the karate studio didn't want to sell it to Pinky and them, you know. And so when he was alone playing poker, the Pinky and his gang accidentally killed him. So they were on the run. They have a funeral for Byrd, who was the owner of the karate school, and Byrd had a daughter that came by to the funeral. I want to know what's going on, what kind of guys my father hangs out with, who was his enemies. So the Byrd's daughter and Jim Kelly's protege, like kind of try to drive Byrd's daughter to the hotel, but instead his daughter wanted to go to see Pinky, see who was the guy that pretty much killed his father, and he wasn't there. She started beating up everybody in the pool hall. This woman can hold her own. She knows karate too. And let me just say, she is one sexy black woman, man. Looking like a sexy black woman from the 70s. Let me say that, a real black woman. Dark skinned black woman, not a light skinned black woman. Dark skinned. To me, that's a real black woman, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Not mulatto, not light skinned, not that secret circle black woman witch. That's not black. Dark skinned black. I always have a problem with that because cause what's up with the mainstream media? Let's be real. You always see like light skinned black women mostly. Sometimes you see like the dark skinned black women, but what's wrong with dark skinned black women? Why can't we have something like a dark skinned beautiful black woman in TV shows like The Secret Circle, for example? Instead of a light skinned Canadian. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, even though she was hot too, but I'm just saying, guys. I'm sorry for getting personal on this blog, but I just gotta say that. But anyway, you got this beautiful, strong black woman kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that in movies today, right now. And anyway, the fast forward story. Pretty much Pinky failed. The Jim Jones character, Black Belt, wanted to try. Pinky ended up. Excuse me. Pinky ended up kidnapping the protege when he went back to school with his new gang. The higher ups. It's more expert martial arts. They're more stronger this time. Stop beating up the karate students, and they kidnap Black Belt Jones protege for hostage for ransom. So what happened was that they needed to get the money to pay off the ransom so they could free the kid, and Black Belt Jones, his woman, and these other girls they hired, and one of the students from the school start training these beautiful white women, yeah, we got beautiful white women too, kicking ass, to rob them to get the money from the main mafia guy, the main mafia leader now. So they start pulling all these heists with the hook, tricking up with the camera, and they find a way to rob the main mafia guys, steal their money, and it was on, and then they went to Pinky and pay off the money with the main mafia guy's cash, to free the protege. Um, they were on the run. They gotta run away from the Pinky gang because the Pinky's gonna betray them anyway. So Jim Kelly started kicking their ass, karate style. You know how he does it. And when the mafia guys come and get their money that Pinky owes them, realize, wait a minute, the money was stolen from us, and Pinky started explaining, wait a minute, it wasn't me, you know, it was about to beat him up. So Pinky said, it wasn't me, you've been set up. I don't, and they realized they've been set up by a black belt, and that's when they started on the black belt's spot, you know what I'm saying? He said, okay, we're gonna get your ass. And that's when Black Bolt and his woman was on the run. And then you have this epic fight scene battle in the bubble, like a foam bubble bath type thing in the garage. You know, first time I ever seen anything like that in my opinion. But Black Belt was like kicking everybody's ass, the Mafia and the Pinkies and his gang also. When you had that car chase scene before that. And then after that, you start having the bubble bath foam fight scene. Jim Kelly's like kicking their ass. Jim Kelly's woman, Black Belt, I mean, excuse me, Black Belt's, his character Black Belt, and then the black woman end up pulling some of the guys in the garbage truck, put them inside. You know, it's a funny scene by the way. You also have that love playful scene between Jim Kelly and the woman Cindy, who's the daughter of Bud, who died from the accident, from the death scene. They start playing around the beach. Y'all see who's tough and stuff, and just start making love and stuff. You know how these black station movies are because they love playful making scenes. But besides that, all of this movie was really enjoyable. Black Belt Jones, go check it out. I wish I saw it a long time ago, but you know, as me watching so many movies, I didn't have a chance to get to it. But now I did. So check out my next review, Tattoo Connections next.